Hello. So my viva is coming up, and like everyone, I suppose I'm a bit scared by it and a bit stressed by it. But for me, I suppose the major stress for me is that I've never seen a viva. And then you could argue that most people have never seen a viva, except being neurodivergent. It means that we enter the neurotypical world and do all right, usually in the neurotypical world, because we're able to mask, and because as over time we get more used to different situations, we learn by watching others how a neurotypical is meant to behave in that situation, what the right answers are, for want of a better description. However, if you've never seen a viva, how do you know what you're supposed to do? How do you mask? How do you answer the questions in a neurotypical way? And that's been the issue, I suppose, or issue, I'm not even sure it's an issue, it's just one thing that you have to accept when writing a thesis, is that you're also writing that thesis in a neurotypical way. I have a thesis here that is neatly printed out. It's in the 12 points font. It's in the requested font by the university. It's got all the correct spacing. But the irony is that I can't actually read that dissertation. My own version is written in a Comic Sans way, and thanks very much to my supervisors, I have written what is, for the most part, a neurotypical, written it in a neurotypical way. I'm coming into this because my neurodivergence is also not from birth as per se. Mine is actually a result of an illness. I have an illness called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and for me in particular it also unfortunately affects the way that my brain operates. And some days are definitely better than others. But what this means is that my working memory is getting worse over time. The easiest way to explain this is that if you were to ask me what the title of my thesis is, I am unable to tell you. I do not have that type of memory. But I am able to tell you exactly what it says, and in some cases I can tell you word perfectly exactly what it says. But it does make for some interesting situations when people ask me what is the title. I just don't know. Possibly because the title doesn't really mean anything to me, but I'm moving into sort of reflective mode there, which is not the purpose of this video. But what I've decided in the run up to the viva, because I do not know how I will be, where my illness will be by the point that this comes around in the next few weeks, is what I'm doing is I'm taking my thesis to bits in terms of creating some mind maps, and also to make these videos. So taking section by section, viva playing card by viva playing card, and making these videos. So if it is at the point that I'm not so great at reading or understanding, I'm hoping that by also having videos of myself explaining this, it will also serve me well and able to remember long enough to go through the viva, or I suppose actually prove that I wrote it in the first instance. So that's the explanation of this, and I hope you enjoy watching the videos. The videos, I'm also putting them out there because I know I'm not the only one. Ehlers-Danlos, yes, is quite is a notifiable rare disease. However, being neurodivergent in a neurodivergent way of being in this situation isn't that unusual, and if by sharing my experience of doing this will help someone else, then it'll certainly be worthwhile. Thank you.